If you've been watching my channel for a while, I think it's very apparent to you guys that I do not like traditional NBA media. And one of the biggest people that made me not like traditional NBA media had to be Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, he can be funny with some of the meme-worthy takes he's had, but other than that, he's really just a douchebag. He's treated his co-hosts like absolute garbage, and a lot of people know that. But you guys probably already knew how bad Stephen A. Smith was. However, he had a take a couple days ago that I didn't want to really make a video about because I just didn't see a point. I was probably going to talk about it later on in a video if I were to discuss some of his bad takes, but I really didn't see a full dedicated video need to be talked about this. It was until not only Kevin Durant, but apparently Kevin Durant's mom also responded to Stephen A. Smith. And when you pissed off Kevin Durant's mom, I got a problem. I mean, come on, who wouldn't love this woman? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about not only what Stephen A. Smith said regarding Kevin Durant's legacy with the Nets, but also the response that Kevin Durant and his mom gave. Of course, before I get into the content, if you guys to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if your notifications on. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year, and your subscription would be greatly appreciated. Let's get into the video. Look, it's no secret, this year's Brooklyn Nets team has been very disappointing, and I can't exactly say that it's all indeed their fault because they've had injuries happen, Kyrie Irving just being Kyrie Irving, and James Harden practically giving up on his team. So I don't really want to blame a player specifically, even though there are people that you could point the finger to. And I made a video not too long ago where I talked about the Nets and why they're struggling. If you do want to check that out, I'll put a card up right now. But I don't think Kevin Durant's legacy whatsoever should be on the line with the Brooklyn Nets. I think if anyone's legacy is going to be messed up, it's either going to be Kyrie Irving or James Harden. But to be fair, Kyrie Irving has always been kind of a controversial player. However, James Harden just giving up on his team is not exactly a good look. So 2 days ago, Stephen A. Smith went on NBA on ESPN, and this is what he had to say. If the Nets do not win a championship, Kevin Durant is on the verge for being recognized more so for the guy that left Steph Curry to go with Kyrie Irving than he is for his 2 chips and 2 finals MVP. Oh, you stupid fucking toad, that is not at all what people would remember Kevin Durant for. Alright, first thing I'm gonna address is the fact that if the Nets do not win a championship, I don't think that's gonna affect Kevin Durant's legacy whatsoever. I don't think it's gonna knock him out of anyone's top 5 all-time list or anything like that wherever you see Kevin Durant should be placed. I don't think people are gonna try to say that he's not that good of a player and that he's mad overrated. It's just gonna be a failed season because at the end of the day, for most teams, I would like to think the goal is a championship. And when you've also constructed a team like this, obviously it's going to be considered a failure. And here's something that I don't also understand, because the NBA media said that Kevin Durant going to the Warriors was a weak move, but now you're roasting him for leaving that team that you originally said was a weak move. And then Kevin Durant decides that he wants to build his own super team, which I have my own opinion on super teams, but regardless, they're very popular. And I think it's worth noting that they definitely are effective. I also love the fact that Stephen A. Smith is just trying to bring Kyrie Irving into every situation and paint him in a negative connotation. We get it, you don't like him, I'm not exactly fond of him, a lot of people in the NBA on his own team, even some Nets fans, which I talked to the other day, are very not fond of him. But the fact that you're trying to push a narrative for Kyrie and for Kevin Durant at the same time is just honestly dumb to me. However, I know for a fact, if you went to your New York Knicks, which I think is one of the reasons why Stephen A. Smith does not like Kyrie Irving, you would not be saying the same thing about Kevin Durant whatsoever, saying that, oh, he's gonna lose some of his legacy points if he doesn't win a championship with my shitty Knicks. For fuck's sake, you blew a 20-point lead to the fucking Lakers. But might I digress. Anyways, on that same post that I talked to you about, Kevin Durant responded with the word egregious. I'm not very good at English, I don't know if you can't tell, but for those of you that didn't know, it just means outstandingly bad or shocking, which I think is the same response I would have given just in a more simpler term. And Stephen A. Smith tried to flip the script by responding with, it's absolutely egregious at Kevin Durant, totally wrong and unfair to the highest degree, but it also happens to be true. Those will be the headlines all off season. I'm not saying it's fair at all because it's not, you deserve better, but those will be the headlines, you can book it. No, not at all, that's not fucking true. What's Irregious is that you think that was actually a good fucking headline. I promise you, no one was thinking that whatsoever, and if they were, I'm pretty sure the narrative would be driven by you. Because let's not forget, Kevin Durant is just like me and absolutely hates NBA media, except NBA media hasn't tormented me and tried to drag me down as that's happened to Kevin Durant. And the fact that you're trying to take his side and make it seem like, oh, I agree with you, Kevin Durant, is just utter bullshit. No one actually believes you. This take is just straight up so irregular, like it's honestly ridiculous to me. And y'all, I haven't even talked about that Kevin Durant's mom got involved. So on the same post that Kevin Durant responded to, Wanda Durant, who's also Kevin Durant's mom, responded with, at Stephen A. Smith, you at it again with your limited thinking, negative narrative baiting comments. When will you show up for better? More importantly, when will we grow tired of this foolishness? And I think everyone can agree with Kevin Durant's mom. That was literally the perfect response, and I think this is something that a lot of us were thinking. And when I tell you that this man Stephen A. Smith folded so damn fast saying, yes ma'am, I'm sorry. This man folded faster than a goddamn lawn chair. Man folded faster than the New York Knicks in the playoffs. The second Kevin Durant's mom got involved, he literally apologized saying, yes ma'am, I'm sorry. You didn't even try to justify like what you were originally saying. You just said, yep, I'm sorry. Which I kind of hate this, to be honest, when people like switch up. And I get it, it's Kevin Durant's mom. I wouldn't like disrespect her even if I did have something bad to say about Kevin Durant. But the same thing with Kevin Durant. You try to push this narrative that, oh yeah, I'm on your side, I'm not with the media, when you are literally the definition of what is wrong with traditional NBA media. And I genuinely don't think that he's actually sincere for what he said. It's like if I made a mistake on YouTube and I did something that was cancelable worthy, but I didn't say anything about it until people actually started getting mad. And if when every single person is at my throat, then I decided to apologize, it's not sincere whatsoever, and no one would genuinely believe me, as they shouldn't. Just like I don't believe your bullshit, and I still think you stand by these stupid ass fucking takes. Also, how are you gonna make it seem like, oh, the media is gonna push this narrative? You are the fucking NBA media. Like I said, you are the #1 sports talk show. Actually, fuck that. I prefer the Pat McAfee show. And the final update that we have is that Kevin Durant actually responded today. Now, Stephen A. Smith actually went on ESPN, and about 12 hours ago, he said, that's all I'm saying about at KD Trey 5, where he was discussing the situation, where within about 10 seconds, he reminded people that Wanda Durant responded to his dumbass. I can't play the full clip due to copyright issues, and I think a lot of you know that, so I'm gonna sum it up. And I have no reason to lie, the video clip is out there, but to sum it up, he was just basically re-saying what he said, except this time, now that Mama Durant is watching, he said, and I quote, I have to watch my words very carefully. He again also said, oh, the media is gonna push this narrative, and I've been in the media for so long, so I would know. Yes, you're in the fucking media, and you're one of the people that would probably start that narrative. And even if you don't yourself, Stephen A. Smith say it live on air, you're probably gonna have your minions push that narrative. But what do I know? I'm just an NBA YouTuber. I'm only 17. I have no journalism experience. I didn't go to college. What do I know? Well, let's see what Kevin Durant had to say about the situation. Steve, since you decided to use ESPN to push your personal agendas, I'm sure your minions will run with this story for you, but if you believe this is what my career is defined by you, then you're just flat out a hater. It's gonna be hard to box the god in. And he's absolutely right. Just like I was saying, that he's gonna have people run this narrative for him, even if himself, Stephen A. Smith, does not say it live. Stephen A. Smith is yet to respond to this, but he's probably gonna clap back because all he does is just feed off drama and attention. But Kevin Durant is absolutely right that no one should try to justify his career and define it as, oh, he's gonna be known as the guy that Steph Curry played with. I think it's utter bullshit that you're trying to push that narrative or even hint at the fact that that could even be something. But what do you expect? It's Stephen A. Smith we're talking about. I guess my final thoughts on this are just, why are you trying to push this narrative? Like, it makes no sense to me. What is your problem with Kevin Durant? I don't know, if you ask me, it's pretty irregular. Yes, I know, I'm very self-aware that I mispronounced the word like 20 different fucking times. With all of that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys do leave a like on this and subscribe to the channel. If you do not subscribe to the channel, that'd be pretty irregular. I'm sorry, y'all, that was the last time. Anyways, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Take care. Stephen A. Smith is so goddamn egregious. There we fucking go. I fucking said it. Yeah, I finally pronounced the word right. Let's go.